Will it be Shakur Stevenson's third division as a world champion? Or will Edwin de los Santos and all that confidence ride high and deliver the power that he has shown in the recent past? Here we go, Tim. What are we looking for early on?
First of all, Shakur's going to have to get used to the speed. So once he gauges the distance and he gets once he gets the distance right.
And then Oscar Valdez, the 2-division champion, and then a 6-round knockout more recently against Yoshino. Well, aggression and landing power has to be the answer for de los Santos. Can't sit back and let Shakur's ability to get those openings, to counter and to find his own success will exist.
De los Santos is extremely reactive.
Short right hand, Shakur answers with a southpaw hook.
Throws or does. Any movements, any punches he throws, he's going to react with something.
There's a body shot, left hand to the body.
Again, that's the cutoff punch right there from Shakur. Again, I told you folks at home, they're going to be moving. See, that's where the frustration comes. Shakur steps straight back.
Statistically, one of the best defensive fighters in the world.
Time!
Did land that left hand to the body, did Shakur, in that first round.
De los Santos is trying to cover ground with his feints. You don't always have to shoot a jab to cover ground. Any type of attempt from De los Santos.
There's that jab off the hip from Shakur. He was stressing that to us yesterday, but to actually be an effective weapon. 14 knockouts, 2 fights ago, a thriller when he TKO'd Jose Valenzuela. Got up off the canvas to do so.
You got to limit your mistakes. And the one that's usually the more technical fighter.
There's a left hand to the body as he closed the gap.
Usually has an advantage down the stretch, but I like the aggression from De los Santos.
There's where he generates his power from.
Now, although he's missing, can he stay mentally intact? Because when you miss shots and you're constantly missing and you can't land on your opponent, it becomes frustrating.
Light heavyweight champ Dimitri Bivol is at 12.4%. That's #1 in the world. Early rounds playing out the way each fighter said they would.
Yep.
Fans at home seeing that replay, Tim, of the left to the body from De los Santos, and then just a little use of the forearm on the inside. You saw the frustration.
Shakur's class. You got to take him to a place that he's never been before. He can move left, right, he can move back, he can move forward, he can move in every direction well and explode with offense. Shakur is taking his time. Shakur is even having a hard time landing his jab against De los Santos.
Precious moments of downloading range.
There it is.
And now closing that range.
And when I say the line, it's a line of fire. Again, that 50-50, equal positioning. Good jab right there for Shakur.
Back to it.
See, Shakur is disciplined enough. De los Santos managed to fight at this pace and not get reckless.
And Shakur Stevenson with a 16-8 connect advantage of a fight that is at the pace he thought it would be early on.
To push Shakur Stevenson. Interesting adjustment right there from him and his team.
Trying to close the gap with the triple jab.
He's getting too much respect from Shakur, but I don't want him to get desperate.
De los Santos landing only 12% of his punches. That is right around the average of a typical Shakur fight. Short left hand on the inside.
He knows that De Los Santos is looking for that backhand, and he doesn't want to run into that. That's what Shakur wants. He wants him to break down mentally. So he's taking his time. He's trying to see how patient.
Where he's impatient, and that fight will really start in the middle rounds.
Good jab to the body right there.
Sweeping in again. Shakur easily getting out of the way.
But Shakur didn't make him pay right there.
No, he did not. Now he goes with a left hand to the body. And to 4. Start of round number 5. Mark Kriegel, how do you have it scored?
4 rounds to nothing. Shakur Stevenson. Look, they're not scintillating. I understand the boos. You know, his hand was a little bruised, his left, and he swears it's perfectly fine now. But he told us he was going to unveil that jab tonight, and it is really, really fast.
Shakur Stevenson right now landing 31% of his jabs.
Keep him up, keep him up. Hands are free, hands are free.
Because you want to be aggressive against Shakur. You do. You want to be aggressive. You want to step to him. But at the same time, you want to limit your mistakes at the same time. If you get reckless, then you leave yourself open. De Los Santos is doing a good job in managing that. However, if I was in this corner right now, I would say, son, step on the gas a little bit more. Take a little bit more risk. Because Shakur is not countering. He's closing the distance, but Shakur is not countering. He stepped out of the way right there. He didn't counter not one time. So if I'm De Los Santos and I'm in this corner right now, I'm saying, let your hands go. This boy don't want to fight.
If there's nothing
let your
coming
hands
back
go.
at you, where's the threat?
Exactly. And he's okay with that. Again, stepping back, no counter. There you
Body
go.
shot comes in from De Los Santos.
There it is. Following him out that time. Again, going out in straight lines.
Unfortunately, CompuBox doesn't have a feints landed category. And thus the boos you hear. Where before the round started, Wally Moses, the trainer and grandfather of Shakur Stevenson, said, all right, now start scoring on this guy and emphasize the jab.
Quick, quick.
I mean, he's reactive. Look at his reflexes. And that's the reason why he's like, I'm not going to go in there. I'm going to just keep it outside. I'm going to just keep dominating you like this. Still right now in the 6th round.
Now on the inside.
See, just a double jab down to the body, but there's no follow-up punches. Good shot right there. But sometimes you got to stand there and take some so that way you can land your offense. I'm going to sell out because if the fight continues to go like this, it's going to go in Shakur's favor.
Yes, you know exactly what the scorecards will read.
Absolutely.
Time.
This is De Los Santos' first fight going 12.
Yep.
A part of me feels that the reason why he's not stepping on the gas a little bit more is so you can serve early.
Now he comes in more aggressive, double jab, trying to search for the power hand.
Hit the body.
The head's not going to be there.
It's not. Hit the body. Hit the shoulders. Hit something. That jab right now is starting to dominate. Shakur now marching forward again. He's extremely cautious. He don't want to get hit with anything. Little by little, each round. De Los Santos look like he's looking to draw in Shakur.
But you have to pull the trigger when you do.
Yes, absolutely. And again, that step back right there, making his punches fall short.
Not even close.
Not even close. And this is the frustrating part about facing a guy like Shakur. He can do this all night long. Good jab right there from De Los Santos. And he's trying to immediately follow him out with the double jab.
I just spoke with Walling Moses, and I asked him about Shakur's left hand, if it was okay, and he says, yes, it's okay. I actually want him to throw it more.
You're exposed. You know, if you miss the left hand, the backhand.
Has not thrown many power punches in this fight. He's thrown 93 jabs to this
Exactly.
fight, 25 power punches.
Because, again, he doesn't feel safe throwing that backhand because it'll put him out there. Good jab right there from Shakur. De Los Santos is having a hard time finding the mark. He's marching forward.
A plus 20, plus minus in this fight for Shakur Stevenson. The gap between his percentage landed compared to De Los Santos against him. But his more recent fights have been more
But this has been the primary punch and the primary weapon for Shakur Stevenson, just dominating this fight as of right now with this jab, and again, maintaining distance, stand defensively sound. You know, Shakur doesn't want to take too much risk. Again, De Los Santos is still strong.
only one left hand is thrown by Shakur Stevenson in the last 2 rounds. If Shakur Stevenson is able to win this fight.
Nice left hand right there from Shakur. Good jab. Ooh, good exchange right there. Starting to heat up a bit.
7 rounds to 1, Shakur Stevenson. 2 ways to look at this fight. 1, it's boring. 2, Shakur Stevenson is beating a really good fighter with just 1 hand. I really have to wonder.
Of it, but to your point, Mark, it has been the jab. He has thrown 108. He's landed 32. That's southpaw weapon. And there it is again.
People are already sizing up Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis. Tank Davis is southpaw, explosive, quick first step, can do a little bit of everything. Again, if you can't land that, is struggling landing any kind of offense on Shakur.
Stop. Time.
No, it's clearly a break from Harvey Dock there.
Both of you guys, don't hit him behind the head. Don't hit him behind his head. Both of you. Let's, right?
You heard the stop.
Good jab. I mean, he's fighting like if he's still in the first round right now. Still reacting quickly, still getting out of range, and stepping a little bit more on the gas tank.
9 minutes of action to decide this here, but will he pressure? Will he go for it? Will he seize the moment?
Shakur just too tactically sound. The skill is there. Making a miss like that, then he puts the pressure on him immediately, putting the mental pressure on De Los Santos. Woo! There it is, taking a risk. And Shakur again being sharp.
You go back and watch the best of Edwin De Los Santos. You see a guy willing to exchange, willing to be aggressive.
Yeah.
There's just no way you're going to accomplish the task.
No, you're not going to accomplish the task. But like I said early on, I said, why isn't he attacking more? Beautiful work right there. This is beautiful boxing now. Shakur can do this all night long. Another right hook.
The high total output of connected punches in this fight in a single round.
But again, you said the high was the last round. But this right here is like what we call swimming, but this is technical skill you're watching. And the reason for that is because he has a dangerous opponent in front of him that still has punching power right now. But you see him now stepping a little bit more. Shakur moving faster than the ref. And getting himself back into the center of the ring. And then you see De Los Santos right there mentally becoming fatigued. And again, Shakur will leave it just like that. He doesn't care.
Not a single round.
Look, I don't have to say anything. The fans are going to talk. People are going to talk about this performance, I'm sure. They're going to be heavy on Shakur because everybody wants to be entertained. But I'm going to tell you right now.
Hey, keep it clean, keep it clean.
That's a live dog right there still. And that's why you're seeing Shakur. Beautiful
Combination from Shakur.
Look at that. This is
1-2 combination, the left-landed flush. It'll fire off and then get out of the way.
Oh,
there's a right hand from De Los Santos who comes in against Shakur.
Stop.
But the last time I checked, there's 4 corners in here and ropes around. That's to keep the fighters inside the ring. There's a frustration. So before we judge the boxer and say he didn't want to fight, what about De Los Santos not being able to cut off the ring and trap Shakur to land that ball?
David Sutherland scores the bout 115-113. Tim Cheatham and Steve Weisfeld both have it 116-112 for your winner by unanimous decision. And now the WBC Lightweight Champion of the World, Shakur Stevenson!